Welcome to our channel. Lots of summaries of interesting films. Keep it updated. Press subscribe and turn on notifications. To support us, you can like and share our videos.
1823 in West Africa, a youthful monarch named Gizo has been installed in the Dahomey realm. According to the opening crawl, the Mahi people and their adversaries, the Oyo Empire, have joined forces to kidnap Dahomey villagers and sell them as slaves to the Europeans. With their weapons and horses, the Oyo have an advantage. The General Nanisca led a Goji, a squad of female Amazon warriors from the Dahomey, are tasked with defending their realm. The Goji enter a Mahi village, killing the troops before discovering and releasing the imprisoned residents. The Goji accompany the prisoners home in the morning while they mourn their dead. Before more Oyo show up, the warriors head back home, where Gizo regards Nanisca as his most dependable soldier. Nawi, a young woman, is brought to a rude, older guy who wants to marry her. The man slaps Nawi when she doesn't respond to him, and she strikes back by pushing the man so hard that he falls over. He is enraged and declines to propose to her. Her father transports Nawi to the Agoji and presents her to the ruler. Isagi, a soldier for the Agoji, takes her in. General Oba aids Oyo men discover their fellow soldiers' bodies. They plot their next course of action against Dahomey when Oba Ode mocks them for allowing one of their fellow warriors to be slaughtered by a woman. Gizo speaks to his council about the Oyo danger. The slave trade is another topic brought up by Nanisca, who claims that their kingdom is in the dark because its citizens are being sold into slavery. She suggests that they trade in gold or palm oil. Before he makes a choice, Gizo instructs Nanisca to demonstrate how much palm oil they can produce. Amenza, Nanisca's right-hand woman, addresses the newly enlisted Agoji and urges them to fight and even die for their king. A number of the women depart, but the majority, including Nawi, decide to stay. Nawi is then instructed by Isagi to take a bath, which she does before speaking with Nanisca. The ladies start the instruction, until Nanisca enables her to try on a wooden statue so she can decapitate it. Nawi is perplexed as to why they begin with ropes and feels that she should start with a bladed weapon. Nanisca cuts off the head with one swing since the sword is too heavy for Nawi to handle. Isagi tells Nawi in a nighttime conversation how her mother tolerated her abuses until she took legal action. The women continue training later on by running, firing rifles, and learning combat skills. Nawi pulls a practical joke by detonating a tiny explosive on one of the statues. As Nanisca reprimands her, she accepts responsibility for it. Later, Isagi informs Nawi about how Nanisca's exploits are legendary because she attained her positions after being taken prisoner and left for dead. Amenza pays a visit to Nanisca in her heart and then uses special nuts to tell her that she sees someone from Nanisca's past returning for her. Outside, Nanisca observes Nawi sharpening her sword skills against one of the statues. The Oyo arrive at the gates of the kingdom to fight Gizo. Nanisca is horrified as Oba Ode approaches because Oba Ode regularly sexually assaulted her while she was a prisoner. They request 40 Agoji soldiers as tribute, but Gizo only agrees to 20. Amenza is told by Nanisca that her vision was accurate. Portuguese settlers make their way to Africa under the leadership of Captain Santo Ferreira and his buddy Malik, whose mother was from the Dahomey region. Malik is terrified to see the captured indigenous. The Agoji and Oyo are in conflict when the men arrive on the scene. Nanisca brings the chopped heads of his troops to Oba Ode after announcing that they won't be paying tribute when the two tribes start fighting. Nawi sees a chance to release the prisoners, which Nanisca claims deviates from their strategy. After they make their getaway, Nanisca rips into Nawi, but Amenza informs her in private that she was the one who veered from the plan since she was more focused on getting rid of Oba Ode. While discussing preparations for the Oyo to join forces with other tribes to invade Dahomey and abduct more villages to sell off, Ferreira and Malik meet with Oba Ode and his men. Malik is uneasy by the information. He afterwards walks to the water to have a bath, where Nawi discovers him in the nude. He tells her about his Dahomey ancestry and refutes her charge that he is a slaver. Before she withdraws to rejoin the others, he presents her a piece of jewelry. The Agoji trainees compete in a little tournament held by the kingdom, completing a course that includes climbing a wall, dodging opponents, and finally beheading a statue. Gizo congratulates Nawi on her skills and expertise as she emerges as the winner. Nanisca later feels something on Nawi's arm as she is ministering to her wounds. Amenza follows her back to her room as Nanisca questions about a child that she had long ago given up because she is starting to think Nawi might be that child. Ferreira tells Gizo that without the slaves, His kingdom would be nothing and vulnerable as he discusses his plans to perhaps end Dahomey's involvement in the slave trade. The Europeans, Gizo responds, are similarly vulnerable if they are no longer useful to him. Isaac noticed them conversing covertly while Ferreira was speaking to Gizo and gets the impression that Noe could like Malik. Later, when they meet in secret, Noe offers Malik a totem to protect him. She simply takes one of his knives when he protests that he has nothing to give her. Noe runs into Nanisca while getting ready for the shower, and she reprimands her for leaving Malik behind. Following their argument, Nanisca approaches Noe and shares the story of the baby she abandoned. Amenza assisted Nanisca in concealing and outing the victim of rape. The child's left arm was sliced and a shark tooth was inserted into it, according to Nanisca. In order to remove the tooth and prove that Noe is in fact her daughter and hence also the daughter of Oba Ode, Nanisca makes a cut in Noe's arm. Noe turns away in shock. The Oyo camp is monitored the following morning by Nanisca and a few of her soldiers. They ignite their ammunition and send off numerous explosions, frightening their horses and leaving them exposed. Attacked by the Agoji, many Oyo and Agoji are killed in the ensuing violent battle, and several of the ladies, including Izagi and Noe, are abducted. When Noe notices that the lady's ties have come undone while the wagon is moving away, she exhorts the woman to get off the wagon and run back to Dahomey. In captivity, Noe aids Izagi in an effort to mend her shattered arm. The young lady leaves towards Dahomey and tells Nanisca about the Oyo's intention to exact revenge on the Agoji. Nanisca is given a promotion by Gizo, who prevents her from taking further action, but she and Amenza work behind his back to save the other people. Izagi and Noe start a struggle as the European slavers arrive to take the captives, but Izagi is shot dead and dies in Noe's arms as she cries for her sister. Noe is incarcerated, but Malik visits her and explains to her how the prisoners are being transported to England and how he wants to protect her. It is implied that they will thereafter become cozy. The warriors are led by Nanisca into the camp of the Europeans for an assault. Before releasing the prisoners, they attack the guys and set fire to their camp. When Ferreira turns on them and frees the prisoners, they drag him into the lake and beat him while holding his head underwater till he drowns. When Nanisca finally faces up against Oba Ode, Noe assists her in combat. The man tries to hit Nanisca, but she overwhelms him and impales him, killing him in the process. When everyone gets home, Noe breaks up with Malik. When the Agoji return home with their prisoners, Gizo confronts Nanisca. He thanks her for putting an end to the Oyo Empire and formally elevates her to the title of Woman King despite the fact that she disobeyed him. Everyone applauds her. When Noe travels to honor Izagi, Nanisca goes with her. After then, she refers to Noe as her daughter. The two then proceed to dance in celebration with the others.